I think I know what I want.
What you get?
I'm gonna get the shrimp shumai. I don't even know what that is. The shrimp shumai, are they like big shrimp? Or...
Shimshima is the small one.
Oh, they're small one? Okay. I'll get that. That's cool.
So
Right now.
you want this one or this is the whole price? This is 6 piece and this is just only 4 piece.
I'll get the 6 piece. Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
I have an avocado cucumber roll.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Good. Alright. Bet. So, what got you into doing music?
Well, I started singing when I was 3. Wait, hold on. Before we start, am I looking at you or am I looking at camera? Can I look at you?
Yeah, you can look at me.
All right, let's
yeah.
talk.
Just talk. That's it.
I started singing when I was 3, and I never stopped after that. Honestly, nothing like nobody told me to sing or nothing like that. I always just loved that shit.
So, what about like singing made you love it? Like, what was that relief? Was it a relief to you, or is it like an escape? Like just something, you know?
Well, because I started singing so young, at first it was just like fun. Like I knew that it felt good for some reason, but I never thought of it in a big scale for a long time. Like, oh, I'm gonna do this with it or something like that. But after a while, I noticed that's the only thing. I guess it's healing. That's the word. It's healing.
Okay, so as far as like inspiration, where do you get your inspiration from?
Everywhere. My daily life. The way things happen in my life, I wonder if they happen in other people's life the same way or if they pay attention that much. You know what I mean? But the way things happen, I was like, yo, if I could tell this in a story, how could I tell it? Or if I could tell the lesson, thank you. If I could tell the lesson, you know, then how would I be able to tell it with the feeling too? So that goes into what kind of vibe the music will give.
So, what type of people do you feel like you want to reach with your music? Like, is there a certain demographic or like people that you want to just inspire?
I don't really have. I kind of want to reach everybody with what I'm trying to say, but musically, I guess people that's looking for a vibe. See, my music, I feel like everybody can listen to, but at a specific time.
Yeah, I think you should fix your nose ring.
What's wrong with it?
It may be a little crooked.
It's just crooked, is it?
Oh yeah, you're good.
All right,
you're good.
word. You want me to start over?
Well, I'm gonna just ask my questions. You're good. You're good.
But yeah, I don't think I have like a specific. My music is more for people who are, you know, like late at night, or I got a lot that I make smoking music. You know what I mean? Like when you're in a deep thought, or you need to figure something out, or you got a vibe, or you want to chill. Like that's when you listen to my music. So it could be anybody.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. So, is there anything that inspires you, like as a person, to like do music?
Inspires me to say like continue music.
Yeah.
So to be honest with you, I've tried to stop this mad time, but you can't if that's what you're here to do. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Like that's like what inspires me to engineer will be different because that's like I don't have to engineer myself. Somebody else can do it, but it's like yo, I have complete control over that one thing. So it's like I guess that's what's inspiring. Can't nobody tell me nothing about it because it's mine. You know what I mean? They're waiting for it rather than trying to turn it into whatever they want. Like
That's lit. So what are you working on right now?
my 3rd album.
Oh shit! What? Oh my god! So what about this project is different from the other ones?
The vibe.
The
I
vibe.
definitely am saying a lot more than just singing about how I feel. I feel like there's more of a message in this album than before, and also I plan to make it a mini film, like a short movie. You knew about this.
Oh shit!
I kept the idea. I just changed the songs, so it's like an upgraded version. But yeah, I want to release it like a little film because I only had so many music videos for my first 2 albums. So I'm like, if I'm gonna release a 3rd one, people should be able to see it. You know.
So why a film for this one? Like what makes it different from the other ones? Like
Because this one, the first album and the second album, the first album I put together because the song 2 AM was out and everybody's like, oh my god, make an album, you know what I mean? Like, you should totally make an album. And I'm like, alright, I don't know how to do this, but I'm gonna just figure it out. Then Magic came. After that, everything was going good with that. Then Magic came, and Magic I tried to put it together because I was still learning, you know what I mean? Like, to put an album together versus, oh, here's all my nice songs on a tape, you know what I mean? So this album, I feel like I put it together to paint a picture the way I actually want. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not just putting it out just because, like, it actually makes sense.
Yo, so how long have you been working on this project?
2 years.
What? That's like a percentage of your life.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a bunch of songs that's not going on it. Like, if I was going to put it on, I have a 100-song album. Like, you know what I mean? But it took 2 years to get the right product, I guess you could say, like the right finished product. I wasn't going to be able to make the song that I made 2 months ago that I decided to put on my album last year. You know what I mean?
So like, what goes into that process? Would you consider yourself a perfectionist? Like when you're trying to like put songs together in the right way?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't until now. I guess you can say, because at first I'm just like, maybe it's just not done yet. But I'm like, yeah, that sounds pretty much like a perfectionist. But I feel like I'm more, I don't want to call it scatterbrained, but I have so many alternatives to how something could turn out that it's not even that I'm trying to perfect it, because that means you know exactly what you want, or you know which direction that you want to go. It's more of like, which one of these is the best one? And I don't know. And this one might sound good on Tuesday, and this one's going to sound good on Thursday. So I'm going to wait a year to figure that out. Like, you know, or as long as I need to figure that out.
Dope. So like, with your process of like making music, where do you begin making music? Like, you write first, or do you just go into the studio when you're feeling something?
Both. I mean, well, my studio's in my house. I can wake up in the middle of the night, like, I gotta record right now, oh my god, like, my eyes not even open, trying to put my glasses on, like, you know what I mean? And go record it with my little raspy voice, because that's the sound that I heard in my head. Like, it just depends. But the way I record, I freestyle majority of the time now. Sometimes I write depending on what it is, or I'll freestyle and then fix it later.
Dope. So
I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, I was just sitting on the phone.
oh, over here.
I'll sit here, I'm trying to quiet.
So let's say, how many songs would you say you've done in your entire like catalog as far as like made songs? Like,
I started recording myself when I was 6. I'm 24.
sheesh.
Yo, 100%.
That's dope.
That's my answer. I can't even. I have no idea.
Oh my gosh, that's lit. Let's see, what else is there. So, you want your next project to be a visual album. Like, are there any people? I shouldn't ask that.
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
Go ahead, ask.
I should not.
Anybody I want to shoot it? It's you. I want you to shoot
Oh my gosh. Okay. But like, is there any visual presence you want in this album that, you know, like to reach people? Like, any messages you want to convey to the viewer?
My messages are in the music. Now I'm still kind of trying to figure out how to perfectly put it on film. But the message is in the music. I would have to. They wouldn't. I mean, they would get it from the visual, but that's not where it originated from. You know what I mean? It's more. This album has a lot to do with looking into yourself. You know what I mean? And worrying about yourself, because people talk a lot about what other people think, or you know what I mean? Like, even if it's a song about diamonds or some shit, like, you're not buying that for yourself. I'll buy it for myself, because I'll put it under my sleeve. You know what I'm saying? And I'll pull it out when I feel like reaching my arms up. But I don't know, like, it's a different. It's like, you, to get there, you have to be somewhere else first, mentally, so that you don't get lost. That's what my album is pretty much about.
So when you make a song, how long, like, is it right off the bat when you first record it, like, good to you, or do you have to listen to it like on a certain day of the week, like you were saying?
We was just talking about that. I'll record a freestyle. Let's say I record a freestyle on my phone, and I end up, you know, I'll listen to it a week later after listening to it, practicing, whatever, trying to learn my own freestyle. I'll record it, unless I recorded it already, you know, the first time, and I'll download I'll super auto-tune it to make it sound as fake and as perfect as possible, and I'll download it on my phone, and I'll listen to that for a week. And I'll stop, you know, here and there, and I'll listen like, it sounds different when you listen to it, like, without listening to it for 4 days or whatever, or it sounds different if you listen to it in the morning versus if you listen to it while you smoke, like, you know what I mean? It just depends, so, yeah.
So is there anywhere in the world you would travel to if you had the chance?
New Zealand.
Why New Zealand?
I love New Zealand.
Have you been there?
No. I want to go there so bad, because it's just, nobody wants to go there, and it's just like, yo, I have that whole land to myself, and it's so pretty in pictures, and you can just do whatever you want. Like, I know before I even knew about Kanye going to record there and right there for like however many months and stuff like that, like I'm like, this is why I love him, you know what I'm saying? Because New Zealand would be the perfect place to be like, yo, I'm gonna go write and I'm gonna leave my phone at home. I'll be back in like 5 months. Alright, yeah. Like that's what I'm trying to do.
That's dope.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I would create some crazy shit because ain't nothing out there. But shit to look at. Like, you know what I mean? That's cool to me. So
Cool. So if there's anything that you would give or like words of encouragement to somebody who's like just trying to become an artist, what would you say?
I don't want to sound cliche, so can I like take a moment to think about this?
Yeah.
An artist, a new artist that's coming up, what would I tell them?
Or just somebody who wants to pursue music. Like I would say I'd be giving them like a whole like sermon on what to do.
Yeah.
But like I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
So it's just like you have to give your all to it. That's what I would
You
say.
gotta be ready to die for it for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's really big. Like, but that's some real shit. But people say that's cliche. People say that all the time. But that's so true. Like, once you realize, like, if you want to do music and you have a certain goal versus like people used to ask me where I want to go all the time. I used to be like, yo, I don't even mind singing in a little bar if they pay me like thousands of dollars and people from all over the world come to that one little bar to see me. I didn't care. I was like, I would have loved to do that, and then I changed my mind. But it's like, it depends on where you want to go. If you want to be like Beyonce, Jay-Z, and shit like that, it has to be your entire soul, like flowing through your body. Like when you wake up in the morning, that's what you think about. And it's not like, oh, let me think about this. It's like you can't help if anything you try to take a break and you can't. That's when you know that, you know what I mean? Like until you can do that for something and put your all into something. You know how people have a regular job, but they like McDonald's or something, but they so nice and they work really well and they make sure that they got every sauce that you asked for, and you be like, dude, you did a good ass job, bro. You work at McDonald's, bro. Like that's what you need to do with everything, especially if it comes to like your career or it's just like specifically music, because that touches people. Like you're doing more than just singing or rapping for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta take a responsibility with that for real. I ain't really give a fuck. Like, yeah, that's my advice.
Dope. See, that's it. That was dope. Cool. All right, we out. Peace.
Word.